All right, I'll be having my tea too, so hope this doesn't bother
No,
you.
yeah, okay, it's okay. Nice view.
So yeah, I'm on the if you need it, the United States, like if you go to New York, it has this sort of it goes, sideways, horizontal for a while, east west. I don't know if you know what the US looks like. I'm on the tip of the US. So it's
Okay,
lots of seafood and rich people up here.
very nice.
It's
And the weather conditions seems to be okay.
okay. Yeah, it's a little overcast. It's about 70. So I don't know what that is. Very nice. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm in a gazebo. You know what a gazebo is?
Oh, yeah, I know Kazimo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gazebos are traditionally underutilized. So here's the gazebo. So
Ah,
it's people vacationing.
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, Melissa made all the plans. So, oh,
It's a very beautiful area. Yeah, very quiet.
yeah, last night I woke up in pure awareness. I woke up in the middle of the night, asked consciousness, my stomach ache. Woke up and I just it was all right there, it was all quite obvious there for just 60 seconds.
Yeah, very nice. What was it, a glimpse?
It was yeah, it might have been more than 60 seconds. It was, yeah. I had a
Very
dream
nice.
that I had a dream that I bit my tongue really hard. And when I woke up, I was very excited that I had not bit my tongue really hard. I don't know. It's a symbol. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. So I have no explanation. But it was such a relief that I never to time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know those dreams.
yeah. So everything okay for you and your side?
Yeah, everything is okay. Everything is okay with my family, my aunts, my brothers. Actually, my brother and his wife they visited yesterday. They were there to pay a visit. Also, my other aunt was there as well. Yeah, so it was a quite a beautiful, beautiful night. Beautiful night indeed. And on your side?
Everybody is doing pretty well. We drove up to New York and dropped off a bike for my daughter. An old steel frame, sort of rugged bike that's we got at auction. It's really never been used much. It's about 50 years old.
Wow.
but but she was very excited about it.
Wow. It's very old, eh?
Yeah. A lot of traffic. Traffic kind of stresses me out, but it's a nice meditation too.
Yeah, it is. It is, especially in a busy area, where there is so much frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
people with,
actually
go ahead.
sorry. Okay, go ahead.
A lot of people, with a lot of money and really fancy cars that just, switch lanes real quick. Never, or like to like carve it really fast. Like, just, but
All the Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Like,
pardon?
I mean, like all the Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as fancy, but yeah, same kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, there is only silence. There is only silence. Even underneath what seems to be an activity, cars moving, people driving, busy traffic, meeting in the boardroom, people in the park, birds chirping. Underneath what seems to be an activity, there's just that silence, which isn't moving, which isn't going anywhere. It is also seen that it is just silence appearing as what seems to be an activity. Traffic, birds chirping, people talking, it's just silence. Already there's nothing happening. In that silence, there's nothing happening. But in the story itself, or what seems to be an activity, it may seem as if there are real cars moving forward. They are going somewhere, real people visiting their families, going to their businesses, going to work, birds chirping, the forest, trees moving, you know. But it's just silence. Silence appearing to move. Silence appearing to be active. But already there is really nothing happening. Because there is already no tomorrow. There is already no yesterday. There is already no today. There is just simply this. And this is indescribable. And this is unknowable. There is already no one to know what this is. There can be just a report about this. There can be just opinions arising this as this. It is also seen that there is already no one who's explaining or who's trying to describe this. There's just simply this. Even what appears to be talking happening and listening happening is just silence appearing to dance. Or boundless energy, you can call it whatever, it doesn't mind. It's already nameless. It's not a thing that can be pointed at.
Sorry, Nkosi. Could you just speak up a little bit? My there's cars in the background here.
Okay, let me say that. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah, but it's just a little soft.
Oh, okay. All right. So this can never be known. This can never be understood. This can never be gotten because there's no separation. There's nothing really outside of this to get this. There's just simply this. Somehow, everything or what seems to be things may seem to be meaningless. Or I can say it's neither meaningful or meaningless. It's just neutral.
It's got a little louder. Sorry, this will probably make it better. Go ahead.
Okay.
Everybody gets a big view of my head.
So there's just this, even without talking happening, even without any description or what seems to be the description happening. There's already just this. And there's already no one to collapse, to fall away already. There's already no one who's listening, even. What seems to be the listener or what seems to be the speaker is just already everything. It's not, there's already no real listener or real speaker. No. There is no separation. The speaker and the listener are one. And this may seem to be a message, but it's never really a message. It's just words that seems to have an imposed meaning, but they never really mean anything. There is already nowhere to get to. There is already nothing to find. There is already no separate finder to find wholeness. Wholeness can't be found because wholeness is already. It is that which seems to be trying to talk about it, to be trying to describe it. It's already that. So in that sense, there is really no escape. There's even no one to escape. You know, every word spoken, every thinking happening, every sensation felt is already to the totality. There is already no you and totality. There's just simply totality. If something seems to say, but I see separation, that's already that which is not separate saying that. That's already totality saying, but I see separation. But I feel separate. That's already that which is not separate saying those words. I just wish there could be a way, to really describe this, to really put the one who seems to be separate one with this. No, that's already totality saying those words. There is really nothing that can be said that is separate from this. There is really nothing that can let me seem to be separate from this. Even talking about the politics, even driving on the streets, even looking for something other than this, is already wholeness. That's not separate. It's already everything. Meditating in the forest, reciting mantras, doing an Om exercise. It's already one. It's already this. There's nothing separate. It's already everything already.
Have you ever done these have you ever looked at optical illusions? You know what an optical illusion is?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Lately, the world to me has seemed like an optical illusion. You know, it's like think about the little things, you see the little things, but if you think about the space engulfing it, it's like the same two things going on at the same time, but you could see it two different ways. And it's very hard to see this the way that you're talking about the first time. But once you see it, you can kind of go back and forth at will.
Yeah. Yes.
But I suppose you always see the negative space thing all the time and the positive space thing only part of the time, whereas the rest of us see the positive thing all the time and are lucky if we can glimpse the negative space thing.
Yeah, and when there's a seeing happening and the story running in the background, commenting or trying to interpret what is being seen, then it may seem as if there is a real world and there are stories, there are real stories. But when there is no interpreter, like the space is seen, that it is already the space which is undivided or spaceless space appearing as what seems to be people and things. There is no, then in that sense, there is no George, there is no Michael, there is no Ngosi, there's just space appearing as what seems to be things and people. George, Michael disappears, children disappear, it's just one, everything is one. It's just this. It's just a knowledge in the memory and the labels that seem to like appear is saying this is appear to say, oh, this is, I know what this is. I know that's George. Oh, I know that's Michael. It's just thoughts. Those are just thoughts,
Yeah.
There's really no real George, no real Michael.
Yeah, when Christ said, consider the lilies of the field, for example, I think that the point was the lilies of the field can't say we are lilies of the field. you know,
Yeah.
or George or Michael or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's just George and Michael and lilies of the field in your own mind, or in the mind, if I should say. It's just thoughts running in the background there. Just thoughts floating by saying, oh, this is that, this is this. Oh, I know what this is, but no. This can't be known. This can't be known. Somehow it is seen as well that it's just a hologram. It's just empty. Everything is empty. They're just empty bodies, empty things. Everything is empty. The thing that appears to say I'm George is just flesh and blood. It's not, there's nothing there. There's no George there. If you were to operate on the body, you can't find George. You can only find blood, intestines, brain, just meat. But this is always here. It's never really affected when the body dies or when the body drops, if I should say. It's never really affected by anything. There could be fear because of our identification with the body. Something seems to identify with the body, that I am this body. So if something happens to this body, then that thing is happening to me. Then there may seem to be a fear generated as a result of the identifying as a body. But there is already no one separate who's identifying with anything. It's just a sense. It's just a sense of separation. It is already empty. It's already nothing. When it is seen that there is already no one there in the body, then there is no more fear. Fear doesn't belong to anyone. But if it's owned, or if they seem to be an owner, somebody saying, this is my body, this is my life, then they can be fear, because there is that sense of ownership. So all these are just stories. All these are just stories. Your whole entire life is just a story. It's already empty. It's not going anywhere. It's never begun. It's just this boundlessness, spaciousness. There's no purpose here. There's no desire for anything. This is already satisfaction. There's nowhere to get to. There's no pinnacle of the mountain to reach for. There's no mountain to climb. And there's already no one to climb the mountain. There's no one looking from behind those eyes already. But thoughts may seem to say, I'm the one, I'm here. I'm looking from behind those eyes. Those are just thoughts. Everything is empty. Everybody is empty. Every apparent object is empty. Every story is empty. There's no real story.
All right, I'm sorry, Nkosi. I'm gonna have to go. Have to go inside and get ready for this next meeting.
Okay.
Thank you for joining from me
Yeah.
for a little while. Let's try to do it on
Always
Thursday next week. Does that work?
Thursday.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Always welcome.